afternoon, baseball fans, and here in New York, Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Athletics taking on the New York Yankees. Hi, folks. John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. On the hill here today, Gerrit Cole. What do you have on him, Singy?
Very dominant his last time out, picked up the win, only allowed one run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
Ready to go now, Brent Rooker now at the plate.
The right fielder, number 25, Brent Rooker.
In the air, right field. One down. And time now to check out the A's lineup. In that cleanup spot, a key piece for this club, Shea Langoliers.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy is always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Nick Kurtz in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Yep.
On the ground, right side, Chisholm. Tosses to first. Nice, efficient start to the afternoon. That's two out.
The left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom.
Two outs, base is empty. Tyler Soderstrom up next for the A's.
Hey.
In there at the knees. 0-2 now.
The fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
On the ground to Jazz. That's the third out. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back in the Bronx and on the hill in this one, Jeffrey Springs. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Trent Grisham, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Grisham launched a homer in his most recent game. The lefty to 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swung on, popped up left side. Muncy under it. 1 away.
Batting second.
As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Judge came up with 4 hits in his last game.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
That's
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Ball.
Judge with another scorching run of play lately. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Aaron Judge with a rocket. His second of the year. The Yankees score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
That was quite the home run, Siggy, as we take it in again with StatCast. 114 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, and plenty of distance, too. I mean, with that kind of exit velo, if you can get it up in the air with good backspin, it's going to be a tape measure shot.
One down. In now is the Yankees DH, Giancarlo Stanton. Ripped, but it curls foul. You'll one. Hard ground ball, base 9. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. Now, I was talking about it. You get a knock in your first at bat, it just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Ben Rice. Rice went deep in his most recent game. Man at first, one away. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. On the ground, but it kicks foul. Squirts away from Langoliers. No advance, though. And stepping in for New York, Anthony Volpe. Right through there for a strike. Line drive, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. And that one is popped in the air, shallow center. That's a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. It's low and gets away.
Picks himself up at RBI. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Into center. Got it. Really had to move for that catch. And that is that. But 2 runs for them and they jump ahead. We head to the 2nd from the big ballpark in the Bronx. It's the Yankees 2 and the A's nothing. Back for more from the Bronx. And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. Foul ball there. Swing and a foul out of play. Battling here as he fouls it away. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Takes it in for the out.
That is it. The center fielder, number 4.
Lawrence Butler up next for the A's. And that misses. Ball 1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Swings through that one for strike 1. Joe McDonald, our umpire behind the dish.
Yeah, Boog, Joey Mack. Sometimes a little tough to figure out. We may see some hitters and pitchers asking him where a pitch was here or there, but most of the time he keeps it reasonable.
Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
It's a K from the Cole train.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Two down, bases empty. And now the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. The 0-1. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Jazz tosses to first. That ends the inning. Nothing doing there for the A's. They trail it here 2-0. Back in New York, we head to the bottom of the second. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. And that one fouled off. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff for the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Inside, almost got him. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Out to short. Dives and he can't hang on. And that's an infield single despite a great effort at shortstop. So a man at first. So up next for New York, J.C. Escara.
That's a strike.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
This one in the air, center field. Butler under it. And there's one down.
next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Now here's Trent Grisham. He popped out his first time. Fouled off left side. Oh, 0-2 now. That one missed. Swing and a ground ball. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Yankees 2 and the A's nothing. Back at Yankee Stadium, stepping in, Jeff McNeil. Cole, more than 100 career wins on the mound, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. To the right side. Rice takes it to the bag. One pitch and one out.
Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Zach Geloff.
Now it's the DH, Zach Geloff. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one for strike two.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. On the ground, right side, and that chance handled. The throw to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 3, Max Muncy.
2 outs, base is empty. Next up for the A's, Max Muncy. 0 for 6 in the series so far. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 9 straight retired here to start the game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge.
Number 99, Aaron Judge.
Ball.
Hit in the air out to center field. Butler gliding in towards the infield. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter,
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Foul ball. Oh, 1 now. And that one ripped to left. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22.
And now Ben Rice struck out swinging his first time. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. Center field. And that'll do it. Down in order go the Yankees, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Rooker swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Sliced hard but foul. Gets to it with a slide to first. Nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that plate. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
So digging in, Nick Kurtz. Grounded out his first time up. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one. Got him. That K is his third of the game.
Oh, there's the 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
2 down, bases empty. Tyler Soderstrom up next for the A's. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. And that one hammered.
That's
and
foul ball.
Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Strike two. The Athletics hitless so far in the game. Gonna count 1-2.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Fights it off. He'll see another. This one in the air, center field. Grisham gets under it. And that'll do it. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the fourth, and stepping in for New York, Anthony Volpe. Swings through that. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two. That's to third. Whips it across. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
The batter, number 13, second baseman,
So up next, Jazz Chisholm Jr. singled and drove in a run his first time through.
Ball.
That's out to center field. And a couple of quick outs.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Jose.
Down the third baseman, Jose Caballero. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. To third, Muncy. Gets him easily, ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Yankees as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back at the ballpark, and in this series it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. Tap foul at the plate.
You know, these A's, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. They're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
High fly ball, right field. Judge settles underneath it, and there's one down.
At this point, they'll take base runners any way they can get them, then hope it turns into something more, but this might end up being one of those games to forget.
Next up for the A's, Lawrence Butler. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Way out front for strike 2. Foul ball, still 0-2. There's a swing and a drive. Judge going back on it. Out of here. He leaves the yard to right, and they've got their first run. It's 2-1.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Wilson, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up. Oh, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And the 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And there's 2 away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil stands in. He's 0 for 1.
Now, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. And that one is lifted in the air. Dominguez settles under this one, and that's the 3rd out. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back here in New York, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Up the middle. That's a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning.
Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball though.
And now the catcher comes up to him. J.C. Escara.
Ball.
Dominguez aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a bouncer. Kurtz. There's one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Chopper right side. Whips it to first, and that is that. Yanks held in check as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Zach Geloff will hit next.
The designated hitter, Zach Geloff.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. In there at the knees.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you
struck him out looking. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Boog, I wouldn't know personally unless you're going to consider my little league exploits, but it's got to feel good to break off a curveball like that and completely lock a hitter up, especially on the front door. Listen, I've been on the receiving side of that. It's not a good feeling, but that's really good pitching right there.
Fouled off. He was late. Next offering is fouled back. The Yankees leading by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th. This one in the air center field, and it falls. And now the lineup turns over with one away.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
So back to the top of the order. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Pitch is in there, and the count is 0-2. Stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Nick Kurtz up next for the A's. That ends the frame. The A's strand 1, and they trail it here 2-1.
Leading off for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Gerrit Cole.
Judge in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. Bullpen activity starting up now. Tyler Ferguson, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Barlow getting loose as well. Judge comes up empty there.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. 1 for 2 with a 2-run single back in the first. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Out number 2.
Next for the Yankees, the first baseman.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Ben Rice. Here's a high fly ball out to center. And that's the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We're through 6 full. It's the Yankees 2 and the A's 1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And he grounds one to the right side. And that's just foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one to first. Rice takes it himself, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Up next for the A's, the catcher, Shea Langoliers.
Here's the catcher, Shea Langoliers. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. That one fouled off. And the 0-1. There's a strike.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Here's the 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Next up for the A's, Lawrence Butler. He's already homered in this game. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. The Yanks trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7.
Well, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Foul ball there.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach. And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Jacob Wilson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swings through it for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7. And the A's are gone in order. They're down 2-1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tyler Ferguson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, 1-run game. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Anthony Volpe. The 0-1. Out towards right center field. Butler should have this one. And there's one away.
The batter, number 13, second baseman.
So up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the first.
Ball.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second, and he's safe.
With a good arm behind the dish, it's definitely a roll of the dice here to try to steal second base. Man, he can zip it down there so quickly. That was a pretty good throw as well, but really good, clean, stolen base. He can be pretty proud of himself.
Man at second. On the
That's
ground,
foul.
right side. And foul ball. Swing, and he popped it up. McNeil has a beat on it. 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, number 24, Jason Dominguez.
And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez. He's 2 for 2. This one in the air, center field. And that is the third out of the inning. So one hit is all they get. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Yankees 2 and the A's 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 80. This is his 3rd time out this year. Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Wilson.
Reride.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Volpe throws to first in time. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
McNeil.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Line drive, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot. They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Here's the third baseman, Max Muncy. 1 for 2.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
It just shaved the zone, so they've still got both their challenges. Here comes the 0-1. And that one ripped to left, and that's the third out. The A's strand 1, and our score remains 2-1. Bottom of the 8th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, J.C. Escarra. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Brings it in. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12.
Back to the top of the order. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. 0 for 3 in this one. And a foul ball. Ball one there.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Rips that one to right. 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Tyler Ferguson departs, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the
New arm out of the bullpen, Hogan Harris.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Aaron Judge. He's already homered here in this one. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Oh, the adrenaline's pumping right there. Pretty good fastball. Unfortunately, he got away from him. He's going to have to corral things a little bit.
Fastball is outside.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Here's a high chopper. Muncy there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. So the Yanks go in order. They lead it 2-1. Now, and on the mound, the closer, David Bednar.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Rooker, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. High fly ball out to left field. Dominguez gets under it, takes it in for the out.
Up next for the A's, the first baseman, Nick Kurtz.
So digging in, Nick Kurtz. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. One down, base is empty here in the ninth.
Down, ball.
One now. Chop to third. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Up next for the A's, the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom.
One down. Next up for the A's, Tyler Soderstrom. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there.
That's
and that's
foul.
a foul ball. And that one finds its way through. And a go-ahead run is on base. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Looks like we've got a substitution at second. On to run for the A's. Denzel Clark getting some more speed on the bases. Puts a bunt down.
Up next for the A's, the center fielder, number 4,
Lawrence Butler up next for the A's. And fouled off.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
The Yankees trying to keep this a 2-2 game here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Now here is Jacob Wilson. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Called out on strikes. They limit the damage here.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Bottom half of the ninth, and we've got a tie ball game. Home side looking to walk it off. And now is the Yankees. DH, Giancarlo Stanton. The A's bullpen has some movement. Mark Leiter Jr., the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Sterner also throwing. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. And that's ripped for a base hit. Leadoff knock puts the winning run on base.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Ben Rice. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Ground ball to first, could be 2. Takes it to the bag, that's 1. Tag out, and they cut down the winning run at second.
shortstop,
Base is empty after the double play. Anthony Volpe digs in now. 1 for 3. Swing and a foul straight back. Trying to send this to extra innings. Harris, 29 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2018. Here's a 1-1.
Ball 2.
Fouled off down the right side. 2 down, nobody on. Jackknifes out of the way. In the air, left field. And the inning is over. Down in order go the Yankees. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Back in the Bronx, on to extra innings. Jeff McNeil getting ready to hit. He was late there, strike 1.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
A's looking to put the go-ahead run on base here in extra innings. Grisham settles under it. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the A's, the third
Max Muncy up next for the A's. Grounds one to short. Volpe tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the A's 2 and the Yankees 2. Back at Yankee Stadium. On to the bottom of the 10th. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. He's got it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Jose.
So up next for New York, Jose Caballero. On the ground to third. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, number 24, Jason.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Hogan on the mound now, Justin Sterner. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. This one in the air, right field. Great effort as he's able to haul it in, and that is that. Yanks held in check. Score remains 2-2. Welcome back, and on the mound to start the 11th inning, Fernando Cruz. Back to the top of the order now. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Brent Rooker. 0 for 4, a couple of flyouts. He's also grounded out and struck out. And that one fouled off. The 0-1 swings through that one. Battling here as he fouls it away. 0-2 now. That one just misses.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Goes down looking.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Nick Kurtz up next for the A's. Hit on the ground to the right side. Rice steps on the bag, and 2 away to open the 11th.
The left fielder, number 1, Denzel.
Digging in, Denzel Clark came into the game as a pinch runner. This is his first trip to the plate in this one. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And that one was indeed a strike. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. 2 down, nobody on.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
The 0-2. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Jazz tosses to first, and that is the inning. A's go quickly and quietly there, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Back in the Bronx, we're in extras here. J.C. Escara. Stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one back there, and a foul ball. Now the 0-1. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. That's off the mark. Ball 1. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Butler under it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12.
Here's the center fielder, Trent Grisham. Now a pop-up on the infield. McNeil in position. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here's Judge now. This guy with light tower power. Judge rips that one. And that will end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. 12th inning coming up. We are tied 2-2. Back now, we're in extras. And there's a new arm on the mound, Camilo Doval. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Leading off, Shea Langoliers. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Out towards right center field. Judge on his way over. 1 away.
Up next for the A's.
At the plate, Lawrence Butler.
Lawrence Butler.
Got him swinging for the strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Now Jacob Wilson. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Got a pretty ugly offer going into this game up until that at bat, so a little sigh of relief there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Ripped into right center, and now maybe extra bases. Heading for the plate. He'll score easily, and they've got the lead in extra innings.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
So runner at second, 2 down. Zach Geloff up next for the A's. And that's ripped into left, base hit. McNeil headed home. The run comes in to score from second. Hard hit, knocks it down.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the out.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Camilo Doval is done. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Jake Bird.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
The A's looking to add another here deep into extra innings. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And now we'll see if what's left of this crowd can rally their troops. Bottom of the 12th coming up. It's the Athletics 4 and the Yankees 2.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Athletics,
back, and here
number
comes the
38,
closer, Mark Leiter Jr.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
And a base hit. And a good start to the inning. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Ben Rice. The A's trying to close out a 2-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And that one is inside ball 1. That's a little bit low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
On a bounce right side. 1 at second. They get the double play. And just 1 out to go now.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
This to third,
Foul
and
ball.
it goes just foul. Oh, 1 down. Back up the middle and a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And a ground ball to first, and that's just foul. In the dirt. The Yanks need to rally if they're going to extend their win streak. And here in extra innings. Outside. Ball 1. One strike away. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In-time ball game, and the strikeout ends it.
Well, when you go on a road trip, you're looking to play 500 or better, and the only way you do that is when you scratch and claw and you grind out. And they did that in this one. 12-inning win on the road. Very impressive. Players are going to come into the clubhouse for the next game. They're going to be pretty encouraged about how they pulled for each other.
And your final 4-2. The A's are victorious. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
I won't break the code, young Canada. We just pray that we get old. My is gone. If they was not in the field, I won't put their name in the song.
my love.